how people come together, how people stick together and last forever. Every remarkable human breakthrough, every remarkable breakthrough in human history has a template like this. Few people come together for an idea, for a company, for a non-profit, for a religion, for a country, for anything. Few people come together. That's the first thing which happens. After a few days, it could be in any duration, it gets unbearable, but they stick together. They don't fall out. They stick together. And the third thing, after days, months, years, even decades, they manage to inspire not hundreds, not thousands, not millions, but billions of people to join them as customers, as followers, as anything. That has been the template of any remarkable breakthrough in human history. For any product you use, for songs to software, for movies to medicine, for fashion to faith, every product or everything around you has an incredible story of a few people sticking together and not falling out and making it happen. And by the end of it, they inspire a lot of people and create a legacy. And not just for products. I mean, this doesn't hold true just for products or services or companies or countries or anything. This is the case for the rise of human beings as the dominant species on the planet. I mean, look at it. Human beings have been naturally entrepreneurial. But what led to the success of human beings on this planet? It couldn't be just strength, intelligence, or language, right? Because then there are comparable species, or at least arguably comparable species, who are there, who are strong, who are smart, who have a developed sense of language. But what led to it? According to Yuval Harari in Sapiens, it's very clear that human beings have an ability to inspire people, to join people with the idea which helps them outnumber their competitors, even Neanderthals. You know, just think about it. Monkeys live in 30s, right? There's a group. Wolves have a pack of 15 to 20. Lions have a pack of 30. Human beings are cohesively united and can cohesively unite in not hundreds or millions, but in billions. When apes make groups, we make countries. How can we do that? How can we inspire people? And how can we, stick together to create a legacy? I'm Nishant Mittal. I'm an entrepreneur, aspiring. I'm also a musician and writer. I started my entrepreneurial journey when I was 10 years old. I was in the 7th standard in my school, and I used to live in Vikaspuri, where, it had an economic benefits because it's a much cheaper place. My school was in Dwarka. I used to buy CDs from Vikaspuri. They used to cost me 7 rupees. In Dwarka, I used to sell them for 11 to my school friends. 36% gross margin, it was nice. I liked it. Selling CDs, Beyblades and so on. There's a lot of stuff I sold. And it was nice. I was being able to spend hours at the video game parlor every day. But I had to stop it because it wasn't it wasn't a respectable thing to the shareholders of that society at the moment. The school didn't like it. The teachers didn't like it. A kid making money like that. So I had to stop it. But the net margin thing, it gave me a lot of thrill. And I knew that I'm going to do it again. I came to college. In the first year of its, college itself, we started the company. And by the time we were graduating, we were doing 1.2 CR in revenues. It was very nice. Till the time, because it's a long time, right? 10 years old to when you join college, you're almost 19. I also started playing music. I have played music, I've written. And as a musician, as a writer, as an entrepreneur aspiring, I have found the single biggest quality, which is the most important quality in beginning a journey like this, is inspiring people to work with you. You all want to start up. Starting up is boom, writing. Music was a boom some time back. Everybody wants to have people with them to begin their journey. Paul Allen wanted Bill Gates to, build Microsoft. Every good story, Dave Packard needed Bill Hewlett. Every good story had people joining them. So how do you do it? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The first part of inspiring people to work with you in this framework which I'm suggesting is called personality. Now this is not a cliche, this is not corporate gyan which is going on. What exactly in personality can help inspiring people to work with you? According to Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Tipping Point, Malcolm Gladwell wrote there are 3 traits in people which can help things click and tip. So he introduced the concept of virality, treating viruses, treating ideas like viruses. Things go viral. That word has come from there. In that book, he suggested 3 kinds of personalities. One was a connector, other was a maven, and other was a salesman. Connectors are the kind of people who shake hands with everybody, and everybody shakes hands with them, and everybody is happy. Nobody minds shaking hands with them. Nobody washes their hands off them. Those are the connectors. They know everybody, everybody knows them. Then there are mavens who like reading, who like reading a lot. They know a lot about a lot. They can get stuff done. And thirdly, are salesmen. These are the guys who like to sell. Whether it be ideas, whether it be drugs in college, they like to sell. Now, in order to make your thing tip, these 3 personality types need to converge. So when I entered college, I knew that I had a gift of sales. I could convince people to do something, to buy stuff, to join me in some way. But I was an awkward introvert, extremely awkward introvert. It was very hard for me to appreciate people. I mean, John Paul Sartre wrote, "Hell is other people." I loved that quote. But as soon as I was here, I knew that that's not going to survive. So I was actually shaking hands with every people and getting to connect with every person I could. Because I knew that if I had to do something, I'll have to connect with as many people as possible. And hopefully, one of them or some of them are going to be, good connects. And frankly, I wasn't a maven either. And so I started reading. I've been cultivating a habit of reading a book every year, 4 years together. So that was personality. You look at any story, if you trace back any entrepreneurial success story, or even political success story, or scientific success story, you're going to find people who have come together with a mix of personalities broadly in these 3 categories. Daniel Kahneman met with Amos Tversky, and they both won Nobel as far as psychology is concerned, behavioral economics is concerned. Paul Allen came together with Bill Gates. That's how Microsoft was formed. Phil Knight came together with Bill Powerman and Jeff Johnson, and that's how Nike was created. And finally, we came together as well. So that's personality. You have to have 3 different traits. One is being a connector, other is being a maven, and the third one is being a salesman. If you have these three personality types, it will be very easy for you to connect with people in a frame of mind which leads to something. It will be easy for you to inspire people to do something with you. The second is purpose. Again, you've heard a lot of talks about purpose. There are a lot of things which have been already said about purpose. But no gyan, again, purpose is something which helps people connect with you for some specs of time. They can relate to you, and they will be willing to invest time with you if the purpose aligns. A lot of musicians connect because they have a purpose of smoking pot. And a lot of other people have their own agendas to connect. But purpose, if you define it, how well do you define your purpose? Is there a click that you can make with purpose to be able to connect with people? Yes, there is. It's called Maya. M-A-Y-A, Maya. So again, this is a very important concept. How well do you articulate your purpose to be able to get people to listen and get people to work with you? Most acceptable yet most advanced yet acceptable. Just think about it. We started the Testament as a place where we could brand IP University and other tier 2 universities of India, because we were at IP University and we weren't exactly considered as genius by the outside society. It was a thing. And we were watching IITs getting branded. Whenever there was somebody from IIT, you would read in Economic Times that he is from IIT. But if he wasn't from IIT, you would never read which college he was from. We thought IITs were being branded by not branding anybody else. That was exactly what we thought was the problem, and that was our purpose. We wanted to brand the tier 2 universities because 98% of the world was going there anyway. We did that. That was an advanced purpose, but it was an acceptable purpose. It was familiar but progressive. If we had a goal of colonizing Mars as first year kids from MAIT, I don't know how many people would have joined us, because that would have been too advanced. That wouldn't have any sense of acceptability, familiarity. Or at the other hand, if we had an objective of starting a chola kulcha stall outside college, that also might have not attracted a lot of people, even though it's very profitable at the gross level, because it's too acceptable, it's too familiar, it's not advanced. So once you have personality, you have a purpose which is articulated with that Maya thing going on, it actually gets Maya. Most advanced yet acceptable. What's the third thing? Third thing is survival. Once you've got a team together, right? Once you have spoken in front of people and then people start talking to you, they want to work with you, they like your purpose, they're going to fall out. A lot of people are going to fall out. How do you prevent that? There's only one way. Survival. For a long time, we at the Testament didn't take salaries. We were students, but we didn't take any money out of the profits that we were generating. We took a toll on our survival. But not many people are going to do that. According to Maslow's law, Maslow's pyramid of hierarchy, the basic is survival. You've got to ensure survival of the people who are working with you. And if you can't do that, there'll be fallouts. But if by chance you can't provide survival to the teammates who are working with you, make them partners if they're sticking. They're the ones to never let go. There's Avnish. We started I was there when Avnish started with me. And it's a fact that if my survival is at stake, there's Avnish who's going to take a bullet for me or sleep on the road for me. And if I have to sleep on the road for him, I'll sleep. No problem. That's the partner level bond. But if not, you are going to watch out your team falling apart. So ensure survival, and if there's somebody who's sticking without survival, partners. Third is, even when you have got survival taken care of, there are going to be people who quit. You know something about marshmallow effect? Marshmallow effect is a thing where if you give a candy to a kid, 6-year-old kid, and ask him to eat it after finishing his homework, 99% of kids go and take the candy without finishing the homework. They can't resist that instant gratification. They have to take the candy. They have to do it. And that's why 99% of the people are not a part of the creating remarkable historical breakthrough of human history. 1% people who do not fall for the marshmallow effect are going to make it. But your team, if you are building a team, you've got to take that corner covered. So how do you, because everybody, we are at this moment, at every point in our life, facing that same marshmallow effect. We could have read, but we check Facebook. We could have exercised, but we eat junk food. We are also feeling marshmallow effect. But you can't let marshmallow effect take a toll on the team you're building, right? So what you've got to do is inculcate a sense of brotherhood. Brotherhood has helped people do a lot for them. If you die for me, I die for you. If that's the case, survival being covered, our testament, we eat lunch together. We're like a family. Everybody stops working and eats lunch together. We have discussions over lunch. It's a ritual which we have. By the way, company etymologically comes from breaking bread together. Company, Latin or Greek, I don't know. The point is, we break bread together. That creates brotherhood in our system. If you can ensure that brotherhood, you're going, because people sometimes stand for people, other people, instead of themselves. They can let go of themselves. They'll take the job, take the easy road. They do, they follow the marshmallow effect. But if it's for somebody else, they do it. If they love somebody, they're going to fight for that. Lastly, if survival has already, also been covered, brotherhood has also been covered. You've got a personality, you've articulated a purpose. Personality, purpose, survival, brotherhood. You've got 4 things covered. The last and the bedrock of all of these 4 things is immortality. Now, before you start laughing or think about, what kind of gyan is this? Everybody wants to be immortal. That's the basic course of life. According to Denial of Death, Ernest Becker has written, people know their finiteness. People have an idea about them being finite. They know that they're going to die, but they deny death every time they want it. People make babies. People have names, they get associated to religions. People build a home. People get associated to ethnic groups. They buy things which last forever. They want to build a legacy in their own little ways. Everybody wants to build a legacy. And so your teammates and you also want to build a legacy. Some people build legacies too direct, like the great entrepreneurs or the great countrymen of our times. Some people do it indirectly. A saint, lets his life go to join something beyond him, God, in his belief. You can also instill a sense of memorability, a sense of lasting forever, a sense of legacy in whatever you're doing, and believe in it. If you think what you're building or what you're working for is bigger than you and is going to last beyond you, and if you can believe in that purpose, believe in that brotherhood, believe in that personality, your people are going to believe it too. And once they do it, you're actually going to make a thing which lasts forever. That's how people stick together and last forever. Thank you.